Alright you guys, it's the Ocean Tour. We're going to be pulling Sailor Toadette out of the Week 2 pipe. So let's take a look at Ocean Pipe 2. Here is Sailor Toadette with Rosalina swimwear. She's a great coin boxer. Look at her driving the little pink boat too, isn't she cute? I know it's called the Coral Jet Cruiser, but I'm probably going to end up calling it the little pink boat. I know it's also big, but they scale it to the size of the driver, and Toadette is small, so it's kind of little when she drives it. Let's take a look at the spotlights here. So, Sailor Toadette. She looks like she could dance a jig. Like, look at her with the little red shoes. So, okay. When I used to live in California, there was this parade at Disneyland called Disney's Parade of Dreams, like for the 50th anniversary. And they had all different floats, like maybe a Pinocchio float, Beauty and the Beast, the Little Mermaid, and one of them was Alice in Wonderland, and there was like the White Rabbit and the Queen of Hearts and Alice in Wonderland going around, and then the Mad Hatter was having his tea party, and there would be a show stop when all the parade floats would stop and the music would change and all the characters would do a dance routine. And so they had this choreographed dance and they all looked fine, but there was one character who like really could cut a rug. Like her attitude and everything, it was like the best dancing I had seen in that whole parade. And that was Alice in Wonderland. And somehow Toadette Sailor reminds me of Alice in Wonderland. Like she's ready to really dance a jig or a hornpipe or something. So I don't know. She has Mushroom Cannon, which is an okay skill. You know, some people were saying, ooh, could she get a plus skill? Because everyone's been getting plus skills. Well, this is their saving tour for them. So this is the tour that I'm pulling because Toadette is my character, and so I'm gonna get the new Toadette all. So I'll go over her coverage for a minute. I made this graphic to look at some of her overlaps. You can see there's 3 Toadette overlaps, which I have the Toadettes at level 6 and triple cap, so that's relevant to me. She'd have to go beyond that to overtake those courses from them. That's Toadette Explorer on Remix Vanilla Lake 1. That's Penguin Toadette on Cheap Cheap Lagoon T and Remix Vanilla Lake 1R. So I guess because they're lakes and they're lagoons, they figure they're sailor themed. But I would have preferred like Baby Park or something. One of the courses, there's like 9 courses in this tour out of 33, I think, where I don't have like a level 6 coverage on. And actually the fact that Toadette Sailors has like a third of her tracks at least that give me upgrades or new coverage is actually good considering that. But those are her Toadette overlaps. You can see at level 6, she unlocks Coconut Mall and Koopa Cape T, where I have Pink Ninja and Volendam, so I don't necessarily need her on those tracks. You can see that Toadette Sailor's level 8 unlock, which is Daisy Cruiser, is also a Ty Daisy track, but I put Ty Daisy in parentheses because I only have her at level 1 right now, so maybe it's just easier to take Ty Daisy to level 6 to cover that than to spend all the tickets to take Toadette Sailor to level 8. I don't know. We'll have to see later on this tour how high I decide to take her. And the other plus skill overlap is Lakitu Party Time, which is on Daisy Cruiser T in this week's Ranked Cup. But my Lakitu Party Time's only level 4, so presumably if Toadette Sailor got to like level 6 and triple capped, she would be the preferred option for me on that course. You can see I also noted Captain Toad in Coconut Mall T, but he's also at level 4, so Sailor Toadette would take that over from him. That would be an upgrade. Singapore Speedway 2, I only have level 1 drivers, so Toadette Sailor will be my driver on that course for sure. And the one that I'm most excited about, so I boxed it in here, is Remixed Rainbow Road 2RT. And when I scrolled over and saw her, I was a little bit disappointed in like some of the courses and some of the coverage at the start of this tour, and then I saw that Remixed Rainbow Road 2RT had a thumbnail with Sailor Toadette sitting right there, and I'm like, yes, that's a course that I've been thinking of that I wish I had a better driver on, because I had like Shy Guy Gold who's level 2 and Tanuki Mario who's level 1, and I'll talk more about that course in the Token Shop Pipe video later on this tour, because I started recording it earlier in the week and I'm going to finish it when I finish my Token Shop Pipe later on in the week. But Remixed Rainbow Road 2RT is a very good course for her on my account. So any rate, I'm excited to pull her and drive her, even if she has some overlap on these other courses where I don't use her right away. She may eventually overtake those characters, depending on how high of a level she gets to. So let's take a look at the other spotlights in the pipe. So Rosalina Swimwear is a great coin boxer. I think she has like 21 tracks or something, which is an average number of coin box tracks. And a few of them are cities, especially down at the bottom here. But she was my first coin boxer at level 6, so where other people say, oh, she's not so valuable to me because she overlaps with Vacation Peach or Pink Gold Peach, those aren't so valuable to me because they overlap with Rosalina Swimwear on those courses, and I already had Rosa Swimwear at level 6. And particularly on these wide open courses like Koopa Beach, Royal Raceway, Choco Island, she's really fun to drive on. She's great with her hitbox size at collecting coins on those courses. And so I'm excited that she's in this pipe. Hopefully we'll get her. We don't have to because I already have her at level 6. The Coral Jet Cruiser, or the little pink boat that Toadette Swimwear is driving in the pictures. It has Slipstream Plus, which is like, because you're going to be front running with Toadette anyway to get coin frenzies. But it does have a couple baby parks, and I actually looked at, and Daisy Cruiser R also. A few of these starting courses that it has, I only have level 1 carts, but they're like random other level 1 carts, or I might have no top shelf, like I think on one of the baby parks, I think I even have no top shelf. Or maybe it's Daisy Cruiser, I don't remember. But there's definitely like 3 or 4 courses where this would be the cart that I use, and even if I have it at level 1, or I might take it up as far as level 4, just to give me some better cart coverage on Baby Park R, which is in this week's Ranked Cup. And then you've got these other 3 spotlights in the bottom row. So you've got the Surf Sailor, which came out in the Los Angeles tour, as you can see. And I think that does cover one of the Ranked Cup courses, Singapore Speedway 2T, where I also have the Gold Zucchini at level 1, so I could use either of those. You've got the Ship's Wheel, which came out in the Sydney course, looks like the second Sydney tour. It's got Lightning Plus, which is cool. It was one of the first gliders that had animation. It would like swing back and forth like a ship's wheel. It's got a bunch of city courses because the anniversary tour came out right after it was introduced to the game. It's got Vancouver 2R. I like the Vancouver Velocities. But it does have some unique coverage, like I have Wario Shipyard RT covered with only level 1 gliders. Daisy Cruiser T right now I think is in this week's Ranked Cup, and I have only level 1 glider, but they're like things like the Candlelight Flight and the Yukata Ribbon and some that it overlaps with, so I'll have to look and see if I get the Ship's Wheel, if it's worthwhile upgrading that or one of the others, or just wait and leave them at level 1 for now. And then the last is the Silver Surf Master, which I think was kind of a juggernaut on some of the tier lists recently, the last like 6 to 8 months. It came out in the second Sydney tour as well, because you see Sydney Sprint 2 right there. But I have it at a low level still because I just recently got it in like a random token shop pipe or all clear pipe or something as a random high end. So I think it is quite valuable, but I already have a lot of its courses covered with other gliders, so I may not need to upgrade it at all. So I'm most excited about Toadette Sailor, the Coral Jet Cruiser, and Rosalina Swimwear being in this pipe. But they're all cool spotlights. Let's go into the pipe. Let's start with the free pipes and see how we do. Boop-a-doo. Okay, 1 for free. Wish me luck, you guys. It's a green pipe. Hopefully a super driver. So oh, it's the pipe buggy. All right, that's cool. That would be a worthwhile level 8 upgrade on like the pinball course, where it's still my #1 top shelf. Second freebie. It's a green pipe again. Baby Ouija. He's already at level 8 because he's also we're getting the holy trinity of. If I got, what's the glider? The Piranha Plant Parafoil here. It's the old Holy Trinity that you used to have to upgrade to max out the token shop. But that is no longer the case because everything's in the single categories now. Or, no, I said token shop. I meant the daily selects. All right, let's go into the pipe now and do some 10 pulls and let us see how we do. Where do you think that Sailor Toadette and the Coral Jet Cruiser are going to be in the pipe? Hopefully top half. Let's see. All right, starting out with a gold pipe on the first 10 pull. This is good. Get them both right here and get out, right? All right, Lemmy Koopaling. He's almost at level 7. I think he has bubble. That'd give him bubble plus, just like Daisy, what's her name? Baby Daisy. All right, the Surf Sailor. It's a new cart for me. That's that one that was from the Los Angeles tour, so that's cool. Maybe I'll drive Rosalina Swimwear in this week's Ranked Cup, because all my options are going to be level 1 on that Singapore course. Pipe buggy again. All right, let's get moving along. Black Shy Guy, one of the super drivers that I think now is in daily selects. Baby Daisy, I don't know if I mentioned, I recently got her to level 7, where she has Bubble Plus. That's what I was thinking about a minute ago. And she was my today's challenge driver, or somehow, I think maybe I used her in multiplayer, because, Koopa Troopa, level 7 upgrade. Triple Green Shells Plus, nice. I guess I used Baby Daisy in multiplayer because my account got, like, the cache got reset. And so suddenly, like, every driver has new on the top of it, so now when I play multiplayer, I try and pick a driver that says new, so to get rid of the word new. And so I tried out Bubble Plus for the first time to see if it was really a lot faster. I mean, I passed a couple people while I was in the bubble, I think. It wasn't, like, super fast, but... Now Lemmy's got Bubble Plus, right? Yes! So I could try it again with Lemmy when I get the word new off of his title on the selection screen. Increases the bubble's movement speed. So, I mean, I think it maybe makes the bubble not quite as bad if you get it in a frenzy. If you get it as a regular item, it's kind of bad because you go through the item box and it doesn't re-roll the next item, but there's Baby Peach trying to catch up. Alright, just the Surf Sailor in that first pull. Let's keep going and see how many 10 pulls it takes to get Sailor Toadette and her boat, her jet cruiser. Green pipe. Jeez, y'all. Alright, paper glider. The Mach 8, not interesting to me. There are a few supercars that are interesting to me, and that's not one of them. Minion paper glider. Baby Mario, he's useful. He might still have a course or two where he'd cover me as my top driver at level 8 because of the boomerang skill. Parachute, not useful. Mario, he's useful sometimes for his cup boosts. I may need to take him to level 7 at some point if he's cup boosted on a new track or a recent track where I don't have coverage. Remix Rainbow Road 2RT would have been one of those. I had used him there before, but now that Sailor Toadette has it, it won't be anymore. Soda Jet I've taken to level 8 because it was on the Cheap Cheap Island courses, or no, excuse me, Cheap Cheap Lagoon courses with Daisy the last couple tours. So yeah, I say the last couple tours because these courses have come back a lot recently. There's not a lot of variation between this tour and the previous in terms of the course selection, which is one of the reasons I'm like up and down on whether I like this tour or not. Fire Bro is one of the ones that I have triple capped, who he's at level 7 and would be valuable at level 8, so that's a good super pull. Fire Bro. Alright, another gold pipe. Third pipe in, and it's a gold pipe. So far we've just gotten the Spotlight Kart for Rosa Swimwear, so still want the Spotlight Kart for Sailor Toadette, and of course the Sailor herself, which we'll go as deep as we need to get her, but it would be nice to not have to go all the way to the bottom of the pipe. Baby Mario again, the boomerang. The pink flower could conceivably be, like, in play for me on a city course that hasn't come back in a long time, but I'm not sure. Alright, I'm liking this, though. The Coral Jet Cruiser, or the Little Pink Boat, as I like to say. Slipstream Plus, and I will probably be leveling that up, as I mentioned, because it covers me on a few different courses this tour where I only have, like, individual level 1s or no top shelf. Birthday Girl, a lot of pink in this pipe. 3 pinks in a row. Baby Ouija again. Every time I get Baby Ouija, it's coins. But the coins are so valuable now with the price that the high-end tickets cost and like the number of them that you need, that you want to buy, that I'm trying to kind of conserve coins and get my coin count back up now that I bought a few level tickets recently out of the daily selects in the tier shop. And Mushroom Glider. That is like top shelf on DK Summit T or something, which is the reason that I have it at level 5 by now. Alright, so far I've gotten both Spotlight Karts out of the pipe, but if we look in here, I think those are the only Spotlights that I've gotten. Yeah, and if you check in the details, it'll show 2 high-ends so far with, I think, 7 remaining out of 68 pulls, so we definitely have to keep going, even if we didn't, even if we weren't just going for Sailor Toadette. But yeah, so far I've gotten 2 high ends, and there are 7 left in the pipe. So that was 68. Let's do 10 more. Take it down to 58. Wish me luck. It's a green pipe, y'all. I don't know about this. a little on and off here. Hot and cold with the high ends coming out of this pipe. Larry is supposed to be a good sign, so maybe we'll get a fake green pipe, but you never know. Baby Rosalina, not to be outdone by Baby Peach and Baby Daisy, who we've gotten so far. There's the Bullet Blaster. Most of these normal cart and driver pulls are just going to be like going towards getting the categories maxed out in daily selects, because I'm saving up tickets until I'm like at the point where I can see that if I put those tickets on, it'll finish maxing out the categories, and then I'll use them and max out the rest of the normals in each category. But other than that, there are very few normals that are still in play on my account. Okay, they're completing the Holy Trinity for this pipe. Mushmallow. A lot of normals. Alright, a lot of normals. Pink Shy Guy is useful on some of the Tokyo courses. And I think actually if he's a level 6 unlock for Mario Circuit 2 RT, which has been 3 weeks in a row. It's a little... That's one of the ones that is like a little surprising that's still in the tour. I guess they want to give the PD Piranha investors their money's worth, but... Pink Shy Guy or Red Yoshi would both unlock that for me, but as it is, I'm using like a level 4 Ice Mario on that course. Alrighty. This is pretty bad, you guys. And hopefully we get like 5 high ends in a row in the next pull or something, or because this yield so far is not good. What can you do? Alright, Baby Mario. I mean, you know, you can see I'm getting a lot of level ups, which eventually I need to get anyway. But Mushmallow. Bowser Jr., that's cool. I still am not going to have enough tickets, even with him being in the tier shop, to level him up to level 8, so I'll be running him at level 7 on Baby Park R, where he's Spotlight Boost, or where he's Cup boosted, I guess, for this week's Ranked Cup, which is the Bowser Jr. Cup. But if he was a little bit closer to level 8, that pull would be really helpful to get him there, but I don't have enough super tickets to be able to take him the rest of the way to level 8. And Lemmy's shown up a lot, hasn't he? These real green pipes. Oh, Wendy, okay. I used to feel like I got her all the time, but I haven't gotten her in a while. So there, another green pipe. This is pretty bad, you guys. We're gonna keep going. We've committed to it. We're committed anyway, because there's a Toadette in this pipe that's new, so. Gold pipe. Maybe we'll stay in longer if our yield is pretty bad. It depends on what else is in there. Here's one of our drivers. Alright, it's Rosa Swimwear. That's cool. I wanted to get her too, so she's 1/5 of the way up to level 7 now. Baby Daisy. Try and go through some of these faster, but you never know if there's going to be a second high end in the pipe. You don't want to skip through it. Baby Daisy. So I think that was Toadette. No, not Toadette. Rosalina Swimwear. She was just my 3rd high end total in the pipe. Cucumber is a valuable super cart. Lots of minion paper gliders. Alright. Could it be Sailor? Oh no! It's Wario Cowboy, though, and he's new for my account, so maybe that'll be cool. I don't know. It's neat getting new drivers, but I don't think he's going to be very valuable, and I'm not that into Wario. So, at least it wasn't Ice Mario, though. Or, Dixie Kong, or someone like that. Alright, Pipe Buggy. And there you go. So, okay, 2 drivers in that pull. One of them's new, but the one I really wanted was Rosalina Swimwear, and the one I really want, Toadette Sailor, is still in that pipe. So let's take a look at the remaining spotlights again. So both of the spotlight gliders and Sailor Toadette are still in there. And if I check the details, there is a standard cart and a standard glider still in there. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 high ends still there out of 38 items left. So our yield is not very good. Let's hope we get another double or triple high end pull right now. Maybe we can salvage something out of this. So, no nautical pun intended. Alright, Bitty Buggy. The Pipe Buggy. The Bitty Buggy used to be in play on my account until I recently like got some other cart that could cover its like the Choco Island that it's on, I think. So, hopefully Larry's a good sign. Shell Parachute was one of my glider, well I guess it was one of the standard gliders, so I took it to level 7. I did use it a lot, but I don't really like using the Green Shell Plus if I have other options, so I'm trying to take over the Shell Parachute's coverage with high ends instead. Here's the parachute again. Bullet Blaster again. I mean, these normals it's like again. Filler for the pipe. I don't think I've seen the Koopa Dasher today, so that's cool. Banana Parafoil is maxed out because it's useful as a super on a lot of courses. And here she comes, y'all! She's so pink, Sailor Toadette. Look at her there. She's so bright. You go, girl. Oh, she was the last one in that pipe. Alright, neat. Dang, alright. Sailor Toadette. Coming in clutch at the end there. So let's look in the pipe and see. I got 348 rubies left, and I don't know that I want to keep going for these other items, but maybe I should. The ship's wheel I don't have yet, and when I've not gotten things that I don't have in the past, then suddenly they've looked and showed up really useful in future weeks, and I've wished that I had them. Out of those 2 gliders and the other 2 high ends, which are a cart and a glider from the standard pool, I'm not that sure if I want them, but I don't have enough rubies that I'm going to go in the week 1 pipe, and I'm so low here with 4 high ends left out of 28. I guess we should probably just go for it. Let's do it. Almost got to be a gold pipe at this point, right? It doesn't have to be, but almost. So let's see. Hopefully we can get the Spotlight gliders and maybe one of the standards would be useful. We'll see. King Boo. Waluigi might still be my top on like one of the 3DS Rainbow Roads. Alright, Cloud Glider, that's cool. That's in Daily Selects. You can see I've gotten it several times out of the standard pool too. It's, I think that was in Daily Selects even before they revamped the Daily Selects, which might have been how I got it leveled up originally. So, almost at level 6 for the Cloud Glider. Blue 7's a useful super cart for me. That's good. That's good. Alright, we've gotten some good useful supers, and the Cloud Glider could be presumably useful in the future. Super Blooper, not as valuable. Nice! Alright, got the Cloud Glider, and we got the ship's wheel out of here. I already do have the Silver Surfmaster, so don't necessarily have to stay in for that. Let's see if we can get a third high-end. It's a normal BBIA Parafoil, and the green kitty cart. That was good at one point. That was a useful card at one point before I had a lot of other high ends to cover. So, because compared to the other normal items, the green kitty cart does actually have a lot of favorite courses. So, most normal items have like 2 or 3, maybe even one favorite course, and then one that unlocks at level 6. So, there we go. All right, let me think about it. Alright, so I kind of checked. There are 18 items remaining in the pipe. The only Spotlight left is the Silver Surfmaster, which I already have. And if I look in the details, the other item is a standard cart. And there's so many standard carts from the standard cart pool that it's like, who knows if what you get is going to be useful. So I think I'm going to stop for right there. Depending on what the tour preview is, and what drivers are coming next to her, I might decide to go in and do some single pulls and try and get the last couple items out of this pipe. But the odds right now are 2 out of 18, which is not that much more than when it was 9 out of 100. It's like, I don't know, a little more than 10%, and it started out at 9% odds in this pipe. So I think that's going to do it for the pipe pulls on this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Glad I got Sailor Toadette, and I hope that you've gotten what you wanted out of the pipe pulls this tour if you pulled the pipe. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like if you're enjoying this content, and I will see you later in the tour for some token shop pipes. Peace out.